Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy
Here we
Friday.
are. We actually made it. We are so happy because it's actually raining outside. We had thunderstorms last night.
Yep.
I think that was the happiest thunderstorm I have ever experienced because it's been raining all morning.
Yep.
The air quality is getting better. My eyes are starting to feel a little bit better. So we're very joyful that it's raining, which is kind of an unusual thing in here in Portland since it rains so much.
All happy for the rain.
Yes. Yeah, we even had little wrinkled, rained on pieces of paper.
I know.
It's all good.
Portlanders don't use umbrellas. So
No. It's because it rains so much, we just don't have time. So anyhow, we are so happy to be here, and we're doing this really great Halloween project.
Yeah.
So make sure you type in where you're from, where you're watching us from, and we have Brittany over here, and she's going to call out your names. And if you have questions, make sure and make a capital Q, and go ahead and type in your question, and she'll watch for those and ask us the questions so that you guys can make along with us and make for sure that you get everything you need to make this project. I think when we're done with this, I am actually going to put this in a wreath and put it on my front door.
Yeah.
So-
Make a great Halloween wreath.
I think it would too. Maybe put a few spiders in there and
Yeah.
all of that. So, you have anything to say over there, Brittany? Nope.
We got people from different places.
Okay.
From UK, Illinois, Canada, Louisiana, Quebec, Florida,
Yay.
Arizona. Yeah.
I love our
Awesome.
community. You know, I mean, it feels like this international community, even though we're all kind of at home by ourselves, this is becoming more and more,
Yeah.
you know, heartstring felt. So, yes, thank you for joining us. All right, so we're going to get going here, and I have lots of fun things to tell you guys as we go, but let's get going on the flower.
Yeah, let's
So-
talk about our materials
Okay,
first.
I'm going to move this over here.
Yeah, so our crepe paper colors we're using for this flower, we're going to use our heavy crepe paper in mango. We're going to use our extra fine crepe paper in onyx. And then we have extra fine crepe paper in juniper. And this is only going to be used for the sepals of the flower.
So very teeny tiny
Very
bit, yes.
tiny. And then we have our double-sided and ferns and moss, which are used for the leaves.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, what else we're using. We're using our cotton spun balls. This is the medium cotton spun
Although
balls.
I think we're changing, now that we have more cotton spun balls, which I'm going to get to that because we have some big shop announcements.
Yeah.
We might have to give them the millimeter because
Go
we
by the
changed it.
millimeter. I don't remember what the
Well,
millimeter is of
we'll have
this
to
one
look.
anymore.
I know that the link is in the post, but I'm just going to segue for a second because
Yeah.
I have to.
Go
All right.
for it.
We have some really exciting news for you guys. We have opened up, well, actually, we've shifted over to our new shop name, which is Felt Paper Scissors. So it's I love it. Matthew did this cute little video for us. So it's no longer shopleahgriffiths.com, although if you go there, it will reroute you. So we have the shop. We put a lot of effort into developing the shop, the back end development. So it's really easy for you to go and shop. We're just trying to make it the ultimate online shop for the
Yeah.
best craft materials. So I am segueing on that because we now have, I don't know, I think 4 more sizes of balls.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I know. Now that we're all working from home,
No.
it's kind of a different
Like,
scenario.
how many balls?
But we have more sizes of balls, but there's something even
Yeah, we
bigger.
have like little tiny ones.
Yes,
and big ones.
because we're doing a lot of berry sprays, so we
Yeah.
wanted to make sure we had a lot of variety of ball
Right.
size. But here's the big news. All right, you guys, we have stem wire in our shop. Yay!
Finally.
Finally. And they come in bundles. So pop over and grab some. We had them. This is the real deal, the best we could
The
find.
best ones.
Yeah, and they're
The ones that are always out of stock.
I know.
Because we're buying all of them.
Yeah, they're actually made in Thailand.
Yep.
So we had them shipped over from Thailand, and after we found them, which was kind of, wire is heavy, so that kind of adds to it. But we're wanting to do a second order here really quickly so that we don't run out, because this is one of the staples. So make sure and pop over to Felt Paper Scissors.
Yep.
And grab some of that. I have more announcements for the shop, but let's get going on this, and
Yeah.
I'll kind of smatter them throughout.
All right, so as always, pay attention to your grain lines. This is your template here. We have our grain lines on our petals, leaves, our stamen, everything. All right, so we're gonna start with our centers. So our cotton spun ball centers first, because we're actually gonna paint these, and we wanna make sure we have time for them to dry. And so I've already have painted a couple, just so that they're dry. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make the eye first.
Okay.
Because that's a little more complicated, and there's an order you have to make
Smoke
it
in
in
the
as
lungs.
well. Yeah,
We've been
right?
fighting with smoke in the lungs all week.
All right, so for the eye, I used a Micron pen. These are great because they're archival, they're waterproof, they aren't gonna bleed. If you try using, say, like a Sharpie, when you put it on the cotton, it's gonna just like spread out
Yeah.
and bleed, especially when you go to like color in with markers.
I think it's because there's some alcohol in there or something like that. And this one,
Yeah.
this is a Micron, but it's by Sakura. So
Yep. And so we're gonna start with this first, and we're gonna go ahead, and I have a little template of the eye for you for how to color it. And so we're gonna do the center of the eye first. We're gonna just draw a circle for the center. And then you're gonna go ahead and draw another circle for the highlight of the eye. And then we're gonna go ahead and color all of that in.
now you don't have to do the eyes. You can.
don't.
Yeah, we also have some black-eyed Susans here, or lazy-eyed Susans. We have the black. These are the black-eyed Susans, and these are the lazy-eyed Susans. But no, I'm kidding. So we do have some that are just plain brown, and that's beautiful too. So it's up to you. You don't have to do the eyeball. if you
Yeah,
don't want
no,
to.
this is just a fun Halloween twist.
Yep.
All right, so once you've drawn your circle, or your center of the eye, we're gonna go ahead and draw a circle around the edge of the ball.
So I would say it's about maybe a little smaller
It's-
than a dime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not halfway down the ball, it's a little bit above. And I just kind of draw. If it's too low down, that's okay. You can always bring it up. Doing this on camera is
And make for
nerve-wracking.
sure you do it. Don't
mess up.
right? Don't do it on the side of where the hole is. Make sure you do it on this side.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make sure your hole's on the bottom. Because we're going to stick a stem in there when you're done.
While you're doing that, I do have 2 questions.
Yeah.
Will we be able to get the new size balls on Amazon here in the UK?
I don't know what. Okay, so these are all of the balls that we're selling right now. Well, most of them, let's say it that way, are made in Germany. So I am guessing you can probably find an equivalent over there in the UK that's made in Germany. So you just go by the millimeter size. They're very. Every time we go to the trade show in Germany, they're everywhere, but they're so hard to find here in the U.S. So just do a little Google search. I know that we are doing a lot of international shipping now, and we're working really hard to get our shipping rates as low as possible to save you guys money. But yeah, just check around. They're called cotton spun balls, or I think they're also called water balls for some reason. There's different names for them, but I think if you do cotton spun balls and they're a craft material, you might be able to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good question. Yeah.
All right, so once you've drawn this circle, as you can see, I messed up a little bit, but I just brought it up. And so when you're looking down,
It
you
looks
want to make
even.
sure it looks even. There you go. Now we're going to go ahead and take our markers. So I have saffron, and then the Blick marker I use is actually buttercream, but right now I have yellowish beige and a Copic marker. But
Because-
it's the same color.
I know, because we have things scattered in how many
Yes.
places now since
like
it's
3
not
or 4 different places.
since we don't have one
But
main studio anymore.
this is the same color as the Blick
Which
buttercream.
point being, you can just
Yeah,
use what you
use
have.
what you have. All we want to do with this is make it go from light yellow to dark yellow orange. So whatever you have is fine. I'm going to start with the saffron.
You could also use paint if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
you could also paint. You could honestly probably use pan pastel, like
Yeah.
whatever you have. So I'm going to go ahead and color around the outside in dark, the darker yellow.
And then blend it in.
Yeah.
Speaking of yellow and orange, actually Colleen was asking, my mango crepe paper looks more orange than yellow. Is there another color that would be closer to what you were using?
Oh.
Okay,
This
so
is like a.
it's an orangey
I mean,
yellow.
it is an orangey yellow. Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes on the packaging, I know this, we actually had a good laugh about this. So the way they're listed on the package and then the way they're lined up is flipped. So it actually goes from right to left rather than left to right. So check it that way because you might be using.
yeah.
So I would say if you have the whole package of what this would be the tropical garden, is that correct?
Yeah.
The one right next to mango should be a little bit more yellow. So try that. And honestly, it goes back to you can use whatever. You don't have to use this color, but as far as we know, we think this is our mango color.
It is our mango color.
It is our mango color. We have so many colors.
It
Sometimes we
is.
trip over ourselves and forget. But so yeah, hopefully that will work. Go look and see what you have that's this color. So yes.
So after you've done your dark, you're gonna go ahead in the center and color your lighter yellow, and you're just gonna go ahead and blend those together so it's a nice transition.
And that's what we love about these markers
Yeah.
with the alcohol base is that they do blend really
They
nicely.
blend really well.
Yeah. Thanks for doing all the work, Megan.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here watching
And
you.
now we're gonna go ahead and draw the lines over what you just colored. So we're just gonna go around and I kind of draw them spaced out at first, and then I'll go fill them in.
Yeah, and no right or wrong way. I
Nope.
mean, yeah. Were there any other questions while she was?
No, there was one, but Anna, who was answering for you, answered it for us. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, well, while she's doing that, I will also tell you that for those of you who are here in Portland, Oregon, hopefully we have some Portlanders representing today. We actually opened up a little pop-up shop, but since our office is no longer used as an office, we decided to take the whole front section of it and make it into a pop-up shop. Partly because we have all the materials and tools and everything here in Portland, and we thought it would be fun. And we're going to be having a big sidewalk sale, not outside because it's raining now. We actually have a sidewalk inside the building where we're going to sell off a whole bunch of our materials. It's going to be awesome. So make sure and stay tuned, and we'll announce when that would be. It was supposed to be this weekend, but because of the fires, we decided to push it off until everyone's safe to come outside. So make sure and watch for that. We'll announce it, and you can pop over and say hello. All right, your turn.
Awesome. So once you've finished drawing your eye, you're gonna go ahead and paint the base of it black. And so I already have one here that's been painted black because we didn't want to wait for paint to dry. And then we're gonna go ahead and take our stem, and I'm gonna glue it on with that hole in the bottom with some hot glue. All right, and I'll pass it to Leah. You can
Okay,
have that one. You can
I
make
get
the
to
eye.
do the eyeball one here.
And then for our just normal center,
So cute.
we're gonna have, I have just painted one of these balls dark brown, and we used Blick, just acrylic matte paint, and brown. And so I painted the entire ball brown, and then I dotted it with some black.
And you could
Just
also
little
do that
dots,
with a marker too.
and you could also do it with a
Yep.
marker. One thing I did do before I painted it, could I see your ball that's not painted
Yes.
real quick? So before you paint this ball, you're actually gonna take it, and you wanna take the tip of your paintbrush or something, and we're gonna put a dent in the top of it. If you look at real Black-Eyed Susans, they have
A dent.
an end dent in the top. And so I just used the end of my paintbrush and kind of circled it around and made a nice indent. Yeah. And
There we
then you're
go.
gonna go ahead and paint it. And when I painted the black dots, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on real quick. It'll be easier to show you if it's on a stem than my fingers being in the way. There we go. I don't know if you're even gonna be able to see this because the contrast is not, no, nah, I don't think so.
See. Can you see it? Can you see it?
There's little black dots on the top of it,
Okay.
just around the indent. You're just gonna speckle little black dots. You can see it in the photo tutorial a lot better,
Okay.
which is nice to have. All right, so now we're gonna get going on our flower. We're gonna go ahead and set that aside. So we wanna do the centers first because you are painting them, and so now you can let them dry while you're working on all the petals. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take our stamen. And we're gonna take our stamen A and B first. And we're gonna go ahead and fold these in half. against the grain.
It's extra fine, so it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it should fold pretty easy.
While you're folding that, we do have a question about the ball.
Yeah.
So if you can't find the paper balls, could you use foam balls and cover them with crepe paper?
Yes,
Mhm.
you could.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Again, if you're outside of the U.S., I don't know how to help you other than maybe see if we can give you a good shipping rate. But if you are in the U.S., we do carry all of them, all the sizes. I really love them because, I don't know, they're not foam.
Yeah.
They're cotton.
And they're smooth, which is
Yeah.
really nice. All right.
But, you know, when we were trying to get rid of all the foam in our studio, rather than throwing it away, we used it up.
Yeah, we were
you know,
using it.
use what you have. That's always a good idea. I just love crafting.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun to sit. This is our little crafternoon thing going on here, although it isn't quite noon
Yes.
yet.
Almost. By the time we're done, it will be. All right, after you folded these in half, we're gonna take our stamen. I've labeled these. So this is stamen A2 is your mango. And since we're using the heavy crepe paper, I'm actually gonna stretch this out a little bit so it's not so rigid.
Gotcha.
I just had you cut it the same length because I don't know how far you're actually gonna stretch it.
Okay, yeah, just to make it
Stretch
easier.
it like at least 50%.
Okay.
Yeah, just so that it's a little bit thinner.
It's actually really fun.
It is.
You might end up taking all your scraps.
And also you
stretching.
can, yeah, you can use half of this for your
Another
next flower.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go ahead and measure it and just cut it down to the length of your black salmon. Alright, and now we're gonna go ahead and take some tacky glue and we're gonna glue our mango piece into our black one.
We only have one tacky
We only
glue
have
today.
one tacky glue because I'm gonna leave this one here for you
Okay.
because I always bring one and then I forget if you have it or not. Whoop.
Too many places.
There we
We're a
go.
little scattered. Yep.
Right. All right, and when we go ahead and glue this in there, we're gonna glue it so that the just a little bit of the yellow is above the black. We want it to stick out. This is gonna be like our pollen.
Okay, I just remembered something that I forgot to talk about. I was so excited about the shop. We do have a giveaway today,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys. And the question we want you to answer is, what are your Halloween plans? We want to hear what other people are doing for Halloween because it's a very different year. And we are going to send you all the materials that you need for next month's member make. And next month's member make, we'll show you what we're making at the end. We'll give you a sneak
Yeah.
peek at the end. It's so pretty. I mean, I love every member make.
Yeah.
But this
but
one
one's
is
really-
amazing.
It's a
So,
year round.
yeah, it is. So make sure and answer that question, and we will do a drawing at the end of this live.
Yeah. So when you glue it in, you're gonna have it stick up, the yellow stick above the black, about that much. Just like, I
Are
don't
you
even
gluing
know,
just
a
on one side?
fingernail. Yeah, I've only glued on one
Okay.
side so far.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go ahead and add glue to the other side of
And
the
sandwich
yellow.
it?
And I'm
Okay.
gonna fold it up and yeah, sandwich it in between.
So you can shout out some of the answers of what people are doing for Halloween because we are
Yeah.
all very curious.
I wanna know, cause I don't have any plans. I need some ideas.
I'm going to put this wreath on my door. I don't know if
Yes.
anyone will see it. Maybe the delivery man, but I'll see it.
There you go, you'll see it every day.
You know what, I think because of the delay in time, I haven't gotten any answers yet,
Oh,
but they will soon, I'm sure. Oh, here we go. Pamela is hiding in my craft room on Halloween.
I like that idea.
yep, perfect.
Christine is, I'll be staying and crafting, of course. She said she's gonna make ferns and oak salads. I don't know how to say that. O-X-A-L-I-S.
Oxalis.
There you
Okay.
go. Perfect. So a lot of crafting.
A lot of crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the fun things that we do sometimes on Halloween at our office, which maybe for our daily call we'll do this, is we all put on like some sort
Yeah,
of
we all
Halloween
wear some of our headpieces that we have. laying
headbands or
around.
hats. Or my favorite is the spider web crown.
Yeah.
I love that one, but I also love the bat wings. The bat headband is really cute.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fringe this right away because we don't want the glue to dry before we fringe it. Otherwise, it makes it really hard to fringe.
Gotcha.
We're gonna-
Now my yellow didn't go all the way down, so I'm gonna
That's
just
fine.
clip that off.
Just cut it off.
Okay.
If your yellow comes up too far, you can cut it down.
Snip it.
Yeah.
So we are leaving what, about a quarter of an inch on the bottom here?
Oh, my hands aren't showing.
Oh, okay. Let's move them over.
There we go. Yeah, we're gonna cut.
There.
Well, we are cutting down. I always like this way.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
All right. We are cutting, I'd say 2/3 of the way down.
Okay, 2/3.
You're leaving enough. We're gonna glue this on, so you want to leave enough room to glue. And we're fringing as small as you possibly can.
Yes. Put on your mega glasses.
Yep.
I have a pair of those at home
Yeah.
that are like double what I usually need, just in case.
Just so you can really see.
Uh-huh.
Don't want to be cutting your finger.
We're sitting here
Any more
clipping. Any more
questions?
questions?
Oh, yeah, no,
That's
there's
like,
a lot of comments about what they're doing for Halloween. I'll start listing them off
Yeah.
until you
Yes,
Just
yes.
go.
And so,
We want to hear. We're very curious.
Absolutely. All right, so making paper coffins and filling them with candy corn for special friends is
Cool.
Janet. Chantel's gifts is saying Halloween is not a great thing in the UK, and this year especially, I think we'll all hide inside.
Yeah. It's an
Um,
American thing. It's a very odd American thing.
Lisa says Halloween, I'm going to make some fall-colored flour for a wreath.
Nice.
Carol says witch's brew stew with ghosty toasties for our evening meal, and then watching Hocus Pocus.
Okay, I want to know what
Wait,
ghosty
what?
toasties are. I want to know what ghosty toasties are. And Hocus Pocus is probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies. I dressed up like one of the sisters, and my sister dressed up like another sister for Halloween one year, and we went to Disneyland together, and there's some pictures on the side about it. It was pretty funny.
So let's see, Tracy is saying, I will be decorating my yard, hope you have kiddos. Jen Kim says that for Halloween I'll be staying in and trying to dress up my 2 roommates, cats.
Oh,
The cats.
I love that.
Yes.
They'll be very happy about that.
Kathy says she's going to be making cards to give to kids I know who would normally be coming by, and including candy gift bags, and drop them off at their houses.
That's so
Very nice.
sweet.
We do have a lot of good pet costumes.
We do have a lot of
A lot
good.
of them are Enzo sized, which is almost cat sized. So,
Right. Enzo does have his yearly costume.
yeah.
I just finished. Wow.
did?
Okay. Yeah. That was
My
a lot.
hand is like starting to cramp.
It's true.
I'm
Are we doing
fringing.
this one too?
We are.
Okay.
So with your next piece, you're gonna fringe on the folded side.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll start doing that, and you're going to shout out more answers
I
because this is
am.
fun.
Yep.
Well, let's see, Carol just told us what ghosty toasties are.
Okay. What are they?
It's toast cut into ghost shapes.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. That's something my mom would have done. I think I should do it too.
Oh, nice.
Ghosty toasties.
Lynn says she'll be staying home and crafting Christmas cards and ornaments.
Okay. Get a good start.
And Colleen, we are having a family gathering and making decorated cookies and play some games.
That's nice. Yeah.
Rebecca's going to, her Halloween plans are to paint pumpkins, decorate the house, and celebrate my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Soon to be. Yep.
Jenda has no idea yet. The smiley face. Donna says now party, but I will dress up to hand out candy if it happens in my neighborhood. Shirley says she will be at home making Thanksgiving and Christmas cards.
I love that a lot of crafting is going to be happening. Yeah, and I also love the way that people are getting clever and creative with making something when we can't have our normal parties or we don't know if the kids are coming. Keep going.
Okay, we got
Almost
more.
done.
Yeah, Mary says she's recovering from neck surgery.
Oh. Hopefully you can still craft a little bit, maybe. It's probably hard to keep your neck up when you're crafting, though.
Let's see here. Jennifer says getting out honey sticks and all the leftover paper pumpkins and witches hats I made last year.
Oh. So make sure you hashtag that and put it on our Facebook, you guys. I mean, anything that you're doing, we would love to
Yeah.
see. So, put it up on our Facebook page or hashtag on your social so we can see what you're up to.
Anita says we'll have a bonfire for family. I'll be making homemade vegetable soup and we'll roast hot dogs over the fire and drink mulled cider.
That sounds really sweet.
Erin says our Halloween plans are a fun concert backyard for
Almost done.
our 4-year-old and a small group of her little friends.
Oh, that's cute.
We're almost through all of them. I can just keep going. Let's see here.
She's
So-
almost done.
You're
Keep going.
done?
Nope.
Yep. All right. So Alice says, I love the idea
One
of
more.
hiding in my craft room and crafting the night away. And Tasha says, hang out with my grandbabies.
Aw.
So sweet.
Cool.
Oh right. So once we finished everything, we're gonna go ahead and take our curling tool
Okay.
and we're gonna curl the ones with our pollen. Our stamen with our pollen on it. Or just lightly.
Yeah.
We just don't want it to be straight.
Right. And it might even work better when it's a bit more dry
Yeah.
because it's a bit soggy right now. And
Is it? Mine's
Mine
already
is.
almost dry.
I think I put too much glue on mine. Right now, Megan is a little more hands in on crepe paper flowers than I am.
Crafting.
Yep.
I just, oh, where are my scissors? There they are.
It's
Yes, I make
a lot.
a lot of flowers. I'm trimming down my yellow because it was sticking up a little bit too much.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Only on one side.
I would
One side
definitely
on.
wait till this dries before I curl it. But since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, give it a little, yeah, if yours is soggy and the glue's seeping out the edges while you're trying to curl it, probably give it some time to dry.
But it looks fine. So.
Yep.
And then we'll curl these as well. The black ones? Nope.
No, you're not
Okay.
gonna curl the black ones. We'll kind of fluff those up once we get them onto the flour.
You can see here how my glue actually
Oh,
took some of the color
oh
away.
I
That's how I too much
used a
glue.
little too much glue.
But the thing is, once that dries, if it's still colored, I could just take a little marker and poke it
Yeah.
in there.
Yep.
Which I think it will dry clear, but we'll see.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and glue our stamen around our flour, and I'm gonna use. Do I want to use tacky glue or hot glue
How about you use
today?
tacky glue
Okay,
and
you
I'll
can
use
use
hot glue.
There we go.
So you're not going all the way down to the stem.
No, we want.
About a third, right?
Yep. So let me show you. Right. If you're looking at the bottom,
Can you see
you're
that?
not going all the way to the stem because we don't want the stem to get bulky, and
Right.
so we're going around the ball. I'd say about 1/4 of an inch from the stem.
So the way
on
that
the
I'm
ball.
looking at it this way, shall I pull it over?
Oh yeah, if you have the eyeball, you're going to the
The
edge of the
eyeball.
eyeball.
Right. And then once I have it on, I'll push it back a little
Yeah.
bit. Push the eyelashes back. Okay.
Yep.
Right on.
I never
Let's do
thought of
this.
them as eyelashes around the eye. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and glue this around.
Right now is a good time for questions or shout outs on
questions. I was like, do we have anything else we need to talk
what
about?
we need to talk about. Let's see. That's it until the end when we make
Okay.
our announcement. But if you all are new, I mean not new, but if you just started watching and didn't hear, we're doing a giveaway, and we're going to show you what we're making next month for Member Make and send the winner the materials they need to make it. So the question is, how are you celebrating Halloween this year? And if you go ahead and answer that, we'll do a drawing at the end of this Member Make and pick a winner.
ones.
Okay.
So let's see, there's more Halloween. So Mel is giving out candy to grandkids and send them home with parents. Haha.
After all the sugar intake. Smart.
Cindy's saying making treat bags with Halloween themed headers to hide from my 4-year-old granddaughter. I'm also
Aw.
making a scavenger hunt sheet with pictures of the bag headers so that she will know what to look for.
That's really cute. Hey, if you guys haven't seen, well, of course you have seen, but that the Halloween countdown that Krista made
Oh,
out of
yeah.
felt,
It's so cute.
it is so cute. What a fun thing! I can't wait to have a grandchild so that I can
Make it.
play that game. And put little notes in each one and do a little scavenger
Yeah.
hunt for them to go find the candy or the
Fun.
gift. Yeah.
All right, once you've glued on your stamen, what are we calling this? Stamen A piece.
Hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and glue on our
That's
stamen
a lot
B.
of eyelashes.
Yep. Lots of eyelashes. You
I'm
can,
just-
if you feel like it's too much, you're using hot glue, so it's not gonna like condense down
Right.
as much.
It's actually a little
You
bulkier.
can cut it down. So
Okay,
see,
I'm just
since she
gonna go for
used
it.
hot glue, it's a little bulkier than if you're gonna use
Yeah, let's show
tacky
them the
glue.
difference because this is perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Hot glue versus tacky glue.
Yeah, so mine is,
Okay, where are we?
Well,
Or
oh.
here, let's go up. So mine is a lot bulkier, but also you cut off more of your yellow at
Yeah,
the
I
end.
did. I cut off a little yellow at the end, but not that much. Look at the side view.
Yeah, okay. So I would probably not
just
put
gonna-
this much on. I think it's
Yeah.
actually a bit too much. I could probably take some off
Mm-hmm.
because it does look a little thick. Okay.
A little bulky.
Oh well, I think it's too late now, but
Okay.
if I were to do it over again, I probably would not use all of it, but we're gonna go with it. Every flower looks
Yeah, I would
different.
say you don't want it to wrap around more than 3 times.
That was about 6.
4 times? That was 6 times?
I don't
How
know,
did
I'm
yours
just
wrap
guessing.
that many times? 1, 2, 3. Mine's like 3.5.
Okay, well,
Did
maybe-
you stretch as
No.
you went? No?
No,
Oh.
no, no.
Well,
I have no idea, but
That's all right.
that's okay. Every flower is a beautiful flower, right? I keep saying that.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep gluing. Stamen B. And as you do stamen B, it's gonna come down a little bit lower than your first stamen as you're wrapping.
It's also, it seems like it's a little bit shorter because we
is,
did
yeah.
add the,
It is
Yellow
a little
in.
shorter than your first one, so it should naturally just
be a little
be
shorter.
a little shorter than.
Well, my Halloween, if any,
Yeah, what
my-
are you doing for
what am I
Halloween?
doing? I don't know that I have any real plans for Halloween. I'll try to figure out something. Well, actually, that's not true. I do have plans for Halloween, but I'm going to be in my new house.
Yeah.
I have to actually be moved out of my current house that I'm in now because my homeowner
Oh,
is
yeah,
selling
bye.
the house, and so
Yeah.
I'll be in my new house that my little fixer upper.
Yeah.
And I'm having a few friends over, and we're going to celebrate, you know, probably make some dinner and do some crafting. Maybe if we have neighbor kids come over, we'll have some treats ready for them. We'll see. Hopefully I won't have a kitchen by then, so
Order takeout. That's
probably, well, yeah, take out from someplace, I guess.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, once you've wrapped it around, it's gonna look about, where'd it go? Am I looking?
I know,
Like
mine is like
that?
twice as big as yours.
Yeah,
Mine
so this is why I
ginormous.
like tacky glue is because it condenses down so
Yeah.
much.
And it's perfect to show everybody.
Mhm.
This is what it looks like when you use hot glue. This is what it looks like when you use tacky
Yeah.
glue. And I like this better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always, when I'm making flowers, generally for the centers, I'm always using tacky glue.
You know
To
what
attach petals,
Yeah.
I go back and forth.
Yeah. You know,
Mhm.
I this reminds me of like a Kardashian. This is a Kardashian flower, you know, with all the extra
Big.
eyelashes and stuff.
It's fancy.
It's a fancy
Okay.
flower. Yep.
All right, so once you've got all those on, we're gonna go ahead and work on our petals. So we're gonna color our petals with some pan pastel.
I loved your response to
Hmm?
that. Like, what? What is she saying? Oh, goodness.
It's fancy.
It looks like a caterpillar just wrapped its little body
Yeah,
around
I mean, it's kind of cool
the
looking.
inside.
Like, it's not
Yes.
bad.
It's actually kind of funny.
It's fun.
Like a fuzzy caterpillar just wrapped itself around the eye. Okay.
All right,
sorry,
we're gonna use
I'm
Pan
getting
Pastel. This is an orange, the orange tint. This is actually out of our kit
distracted. Okay.
of colors, our Leah Griffith palette.
And we have 15 petals.
Yes,
Correcto?
and there are 15 petals.
Did you cut all these by hand or did you use the cutting
I
machine?
use the cutting machine.
Okay. All right.
Yep, you could totally cut these by hand though. This is a very simple petal shape.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go ahead and, you do have a thing. My
I do.
stool is coming out from underneath me.
We're using the little sponges that
Yep, we're
come
gonna
with
use
the
the
palette.
sponges. They're called artist sponges. I can
Move that
move
over there.
this over here,
Okay.
maybe.
I'm
There we
gonna go for it.
Yeah, and so we're just gonna shade the base of them. So from like, start dark at the base and bring it up to about the middle of the petal.
And just blend it.
Yep, and just blend it in. This is a really quick, just a very quick shading.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. We don't want the whole petal to be orange.
Just halfway up.
Just halfway up. We just want that nice shading like how with the eye.
Mm-hmm.
It went from yellow to orange.
I love Pen Pastel on the heavy crepe paper too because it really shows the grain.
Mm-hmm.
So for the right flower, it's just beautiful.
I do have a couple questions.
Yes.
So Carol is asking, she loves the Halloween house too. Is there any chance of a Christmas one?
Yeah. I think that's in the
we're
works.
gonna have to do a
Yes,
Christmas one.
that's in the works. Yeah, the Halloween house was a Halloween countdown, but we will do an advent calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, it looks pretty complicated, but with all of the vinyl that she used heat transfer vinyl. It was actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
There wasn't all that much stitching. And I feel like it's something you can use year after year. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's an
like
heirloom.
something you keep for
Yeah.
forever.
We love it when you guys throw in your votes for these things because we do listen.
Yeah, we want to know what you want to see because it helps us come up with new projects.
Mm-hmm. And also make sure we're giving you guys what you want. So
Yeah.
And then Chantel says, or is asking, when cutting heavyweight crepe on the Cameo 4, do you have a suggested material setting? The crepe paper one works well for lightweight crepe.
Yeah, so to cut heavy crepe on the silhouette, you actually want to create your own setting. And we have a video coming out soon that will tell you exactly. But I can tell you now, if you know how to create a custom setting, you're gonna want to change the force to 20 to
Yeah.
cut your heavy crepe or your double-sided.
And that's actually, it's funny because Brittany and Matthew are actually finishing that video, probably done next week. And
Yeah.
it will be in our Craft Academy, so it'll be one of our little mini courses, how to cut crepe paper with both a Cricut and a silhouette.
Yeah.
So good. All right.
Cool.
Next.
So now we're going to shape our petals. We're going to take our curling tool, and on the top of the petal, I'm going to curl each side in a little bit.
So
I just want to give it
I'm flipping
shape.
it over, and the color
Yeah,
is towards
yep.
the table. Okay.
The color is towards the table, and I'm curling it because I want the petals to just have some shape. Where is
So it's almost
there?
like a cup up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cup.
I see it on
Right
what
there.
you've made.
All right, and then I'm gonna take the same petal and I'm just gonna very lightly curl it down. And my curling tool is like orange from when I made these.
It is washable.
originally. It is washable. It comes off with soap. So you're gonna go ahead and curl the base of the petal down. So that's where we're gonna attach the petal to the flower center.
Okay. And we're not stretching these at all.
No. Once we get them on the flower, we're gonna like play with them and
Okay.
adjust them a little bit, but I did not stretch these.
They're little.
Yeah, they're
Pretty
small, and if you stretch them, they're gonna end up just being a different shape that you don't
Yeah.
want them to be.
And a quick shout out to Rebecca and Lynn. Rebecca's in New Zealand and is crafting at 6:15 a.m. and Lynn is crafting at 2:30 a.m.
Okay.
in Australia.
What?
I love you guys.
That is crazy.
I would be right there with you if I were in New Zealand or Australia, crafting at 2 and 6 in the morning.
6 I can do. I don't know if I'd be up at 2.
Really? It would be after I took a little nap, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an early morning person. I like to be in bed by 9. But I would wake up and craft with you.
Yeah.
I love that.
And Mary has a question. Setting on Cricut Maker to please, and which mat? So I guess, yeah, what setting? And
So
This will be in our video, but
that's
we'll
all
tell
in
you.
the video. So when I'm cutting crepe paper, I always use the standard grip mat. I found that it works the best, and it's not too sticky that I can still peel it
Right.
off, and it lasts.
But mats vary depending on how much you use them. So
Yeah.
the trick is you want it to stick enough that it's stuck. It's not coming up off the mat,
Yeah.
but not so sticky that you can't peel it up.
Pull it off. Yeah.
Right?
And then for the setting, for heavy crepe paper, I like to use the cotton setting or cotton denim. I would always suggest to do a test cut. Make sure it's not cutting through your mat, into your mat. It's gonna kind of depend on the age of the blade you're using.
It really does. I mean, there's so many variables with both.
But I switch between the cotton setting or the cotton denim setting for our heavy or our double-sided crepe.
Yeah. We don't really use the crepe paper settings on either of the machines because
Well, the crepe paper setting for the silhouette works for our extra
fine. Yeah.
It does work.
Yeah.
Their crepe paper setting works just fine for extra fine.
So we do the work around it. And again, that will be in our video. So we will make sure you guys get that video.
Yeah. All right. When you're done curling these, we're gonna go ahead and start adding them to our flowers. So there's 15 petals. So I added them on in layers of 5.
I don't even know if my petals are going to show. My eyelashes are so big.
Yeah, you might need some bigger sepals to cover the bottom is what's gonna happen.
Oh,
your
that's
sepals
true.
aren't gonna be big enough.
This is almost funny.
You can always, so say you make it this way and you want to use hot glue, but your sepals are too small, you can upsize your sepals in Design Space.
Yeah.
Like you can make them larger if you think they're too small. Same goes for the petals. If you think your petals are too small, you can upsize them just like a little bit
Okay.
before cutting. Yeah.
So we have 15.
Everything's
What's
a little adjustable. So I do layers of 5.
okay? So 5 at a time.
Yeah, so we're gonna do 5 petals evenly around, as evenly as you can make them. And I did use hot glue to attach these petals. And we're gonna glue them. So I glue mine like onto the ball coming out. Leah's
Yeah.
probably gluing hers out maybe further?
No,
I don't know.
I'm kind of doing it onto the ball as well.
All right,
All right, 5 is tricky. If you said
is
4,
tricky.
it would be a lot easier. Just saying.
but there's 15 petals on
I know, right?
Black Eyed Susan. I only did what the flower.
What the flower told you to do.
Yeah.
Yes. And it it doesn't have to be perfect, but
Yeah, so I'm doing like, hopefully this ends out even, I don't know.
And we also have a question when it comes to the crepe paper. What setting do you use on extra fine crepe paper?
I use the cotton setting
uh-huh.
for extra fine. I just want to make sure it cuts through. I hate it when you cut a whole sheet and then
it's not
half of
cut
it is not
through.
cut through all the way. I know it really bothers people when it cuts into the mat a little bit, but I would rather have that than
Yeah, the mat's still
waste
useful.
my
even though you
yeah
cut.
and I use one mat for crepe paper. Like I save
You have a
one-
crepe paper mat.
I have a crepe paper mat that maybe it's been cut through a little bit and that's fine. I only use it for crepe paper. I'm not going to use it for frosted paper or anything
Right. Or felt.
or felt.
Yeah.
I definitely have a felt mat. All right, so I've done 5 petals evenly around. Doop, doop.
I have to glue mine up a bit because otherwise they
Otherwise
just
they're-
yeah.
Well,
I think that looks pretty good.
Black Eyed Susans, the longer they've been in bloom, the more their petals droop.
It's
so you'll
true.
get some that are like way
Like this.
down.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
really, I think I put that in the instructions, I think.
All right, so now that we know there's 15, so we're going to get 2 petals between each of
Yep.
these. Okay, so that's a lot easier.
Shirley is mentioning that she likes to turn the flower upside down to put the petals on, and she saw you do that
Yes.
one time.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
like this.
It helps to space them out nicely.
Yeah, I do too. That you can just really follow along on the back side. And then I use my mouth as my craft holder. Oh, I love how it's just very uneven.
Yeah, they're like, it will end up being a little uneven, and that's honestly, if you look at a black-eyed Susan, that's kind of how it is. It's not perfect. It's almost, it's kind of like, it's a wild,
It's a wildflower.
Like,
Yeah, we've been doing a lot more wildflowers lately, which I really love.
yeah, they're
And a lot of frosted paper flowers that are tiny, tiny,
tiny,
tiny.
little
Yeah.
potted flowers.
Any more Halloween?
Let's see here.
Entries?
I think we did most, but I think there might be a couple up here. Elaine said that she's planning on making spooky lanterns to hang around the village, then hope it doesn't rain.
Oh, yeah.
And also earlier with Carol's comment about the Halloween house, she may have been talking about our lanterns, the Halloween
Oh,
lanterns.
okay. That could be. Well, she may have been, but
Yeah.
she may have also been talking about the
the
countdown.
Yeah.
But if you were talking about the lanterns, yeah, we did. We did some new Halloween lanterns this year too. But we have a whole set. I think we're up to 7 of our. I call them Amsterdam houses. I use those every year. Like that's my mantle. Are all the little Amsterdam lanterns, and I put the little tea lights inside and
Yeah.
light them when friends come over. Okay, this is actually really fun.
Yeah, it's cute. And so I'm like making mine go down a little bit more, just because I really like the look of that actually.
I do too. Yeah,
They're fun. They're super fun.
my woolly caterpillar.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our sepals. So you're gonna have
Okay.
your flower upside down. It might even
I
stand
think I'll
up.
be okay.
I don't think
That-
so. You will, yeah,
Yeah,
because how
it
you
worked
glued your
out.
petals on.
Okay.
So I glue my sepals on with tacky glue.
Yeah, I'm not doing hot glue. Not this time.
And they're really small, so you might end up burning yourself if you try to. I'm actually just gonna
Oh, go ahead. You
add
go.
some glue around
Yep,
here,
that's a good
and
plan.
then I can just
Drop them on. Yeah.
around the stem. Or what I like to do is I put a little bit of glue just on my piece of scrap paper here,
And then just drop
and I'll
it.
just
Yeah.
kind of dip as I go. So you want the sepal to go onto your stem a little bit.
In that case, I need to bring my glue up onto my stem.
And if you need to, you can stretch your sepals a little bit if you'd like. That'll help them curve.
How many sepals do you have?
There are 8.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
And
8
also-
should be good to, they'll overlap and,
The glue helps them curve too,
yep.
because it sort of softens the crepe paper a little bit. All right, we're getting, we have a leaf left, right? Is that it?
Yep, we just have the leaf and,
So we're getting close to the end here, so make sure you answer the question. I think we'll do a drawing here in just a few minutes.
yeah, so you can be in our giveaway.
Yeah, and our giveaway, and then we'll give you guys a sneak peek of what we're doing next month. And I guess since we're sitting here doing this, also make sure that you tell all of your young friends who love to craft that we are doing next week, the same time, same place, next Friday at 11 o'clock. We're going to do these cute little Halloween emotion dolls. So this is a post or a project that's sponsored by Canon, and it's free for everybody. You can print them ahead of time and then come join me and we'll do a little craft along with the kids. So I thought this would be a fun project. I mean, with everything going on in the world, we all need some help kind of identifying and soothing our emotions, and I thought this would be a fun Halloween, project to bring to the kids. So make sure and join me. We'll have links for that on the site on how you can pop on into the YouTube. Let's see. Okay, I'm putting on my last one, and then you're
Yeah.
stretching a little bit,
And
right?
I'm going around and just where I have more gaps, I'm like stretching a petal
Okay.
here and there.
This is so
Not
cute.
all of them, but
I don't even mind.
making them a little wild. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
I'm just
okay.
giving them more shape right where the bend is,
Uh-huh.
like where they're gonna, so I'm like cupping it a little bit under.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I was
Just
making mine
right
more
where-
more in the center, but that works
Oh,
too.
yeah. Stretching the heavy crepe paper on such a small flower like this scares me a little bit. I don't want to like overstretch it
Yeah.
and make it like huge.
Right. Be
You know, 'cause
gentle.
it
Be
stretches
gentle.
so much.
Ah, that is so cute. Look at
And
that.
I love the eyeball centers. They're my favorite.
They're funny. Yeah.
They're so cute.
Seriously
Yeah.
though.
All right.
We have a leaf.
So now we're just gonna do our leaf. I did my leaves so that I don't have any wire cutters. Is
You're gonna
everyone
use
gonna judge
scissors?
me?
Are you guys gonna judge her if she uses
If I use
scissors?
scissors, I'll get wire cutters.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna judge her.
I have,
They're her
I have
scissors.
bad scissors that I use for wire, okay, at home.
Oh no, we're
'Cause
not
it's-
using the wire cutters.
Huh?
No wire cutters?
I mean, I do use wire cutters sometimes, but this wire is so easy to cut with
That's true.
your old scissors.
All right, so I'm just going for it, but I'm sure you're
Yeah.
gonna tell us what we're doing here.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna glue a wire down the center of your leaves,
Or dip it like I did.
or you can dip it. You can do the leaves so that it is the same color, or we're doing it so that each half is
A
a
different
different
color.
color green, just to give it a little
So Megan,
variety. I noticed that the green lines were missing.
the grain lines are missing
Just
on the
now.
leaves, but they'll be back on. We'll update
Yeah, I'll
it.
fix that. It's on the SVG, but
Okay.
it's not on there.
So just
Apparently
make
they
sure
got
when you cut
missed.
them that you cut them at the angle that you see them, so that you get this beautiful V.
Yep, you want to get that V shape.
I love these leaves. This is
Yeah.
a new shape too. This
Mhm.
is a
Yep.
different shape, which I wanted to mention. When I put this together for the photo shoot, you remember how sometimes you guys, I say, keep all your leaves because you can reuse them. So I wanted more greenery, and I just pulled leaves out of different projects and put them into this
And
arrangement.
added them.
So always keep your leaves.
Yeah, so we're gonna shape our leaf a little bit. I just like to stretch it along the wire just to give it a little ripple shape, and we can get pretty. And then we have some floral tape here. I'm getting orange all over my leaf. And I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my flower. And I added 1 or 2 leaves to each flower.
Okay.
Just whatever you want.
I'll let you do that one then.
Okay.
And that's it?
Yeah. Well, you want to cover your stem
Okay.
with
So,
our
with this.
with our
Okay.
crepe paper just to make it
Match.
match.
So
Yep.
did you cover it here first?
No, I did the leaves first, so I'm adding the leaf with my, what is this called? Floral tape.
Okay, this is our excuse. We have
What?
a lot of smoke in our brains right
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
We're working on clearing that out.
Okay, so I'm gonna I don't want to cut the whole end because. So I'll show you how I wrap these with a leaf on it already. So I'm gonna put my flower upside down, and I'm just gonna bend the leaves back down, all the way down the wire. I go ahead and add some glue. And just start right at those sepals. I'm gonna go ahead and add some glue to the stem so this wire, or so the crepe paper sticks. And I guess you could wrap this part first. This is how I always do
Yeah,
it for some
there's
reason.
multiple ways, you know. You could do it
Um,
first and then add your leaves.
Yeah, and then when I get to the leaf, I just
Flip
bend
it
it
down.
up.
I
And
mean,
then
that's great.
I go in between the leaf and then I bring it up.
That's very efficient.
And then I keep going. And any part that's like not perfect, I just add a little glue
And then, yeah.
and push it back down.
I like it. Okay, while she's finishing that, do we have a winner for
We
our,
do.
okay.
We do, Cindy Bands from Baltimore, Maryland is the winner for today.
Okay, Cindy from Baltimore, you're going to get the materials to make our pear branch.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Except, just note, this branch here, you're gonna have to go out in someone's
from a
yard
tree.
and cut from a tree, but the rest of it, we actually cut, you cut a green branch.
Yes, it is a fresh branch, and you're going to want a fresh branch for this project.
Because there's a technique that Megan's going to teach us that's really beautiful in making this look so real. So here's the fun. I mean, look at these pears. We actually don't have these pears in our shop. We'd love to, but they are paper mache pears. So we thought about, should we make them from crepe paper, and we decided
Because then there would have had to be foam in the middle. Like,
Right.
that's really the only way to get the
right,
shape
and
right.
we didn't really want to do foam. So we found these beautiful paper mache pears that we'll give you guys sourcing for, but we will be sending them to you, the winner, so that you can have them in your hands. And then Megan's going to teach us how to paint them and then make this beautiful. The way that her technique for adding the crepe paper
leaves.
into the branch is so good.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? This is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
It's
got,
a really
I love
fun project. You can put it in a vase.
Yeah, you can use it
Like
for
in your home.
yeah, like decor, like a little plant. You can use it on your Thanksgiving table. I think it works all the way through Christmas.
Yeah.
So
For sure. It's like
could add a
fall into Christmas.
you could add a little sparkle if you wanted to. Put
Yeah.
some berry branches with it. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Anything else? Are we done?
Don't
Are we
think
done
so.
already?
I think we're done.
This is crazy.
That's
Okay,
it.
anything we need to remember? Next month, our member make, I have to look at my phone, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
To see what the
What's
date
the date?
is.
Because I don't want to misquote it. So let me look
Yeah,
at my
I feel like
calendar.
we always end up changing it.
I know. Well, what we've decided to do from
The
here
16th?
out is the 16th, yes,
you go.
is to make our member make the Friday closest to the middle of the month, or the
Mm-hmm.
Friday closest to the 15th.
Yeah.
So it's October 16th, as member make will, be doing those pairs. Make sure that all of your little friends come join me next Friday for the Kids Craft Camp, where we're going to be making the Halloween emotion dolls. And what else? Go check out our shop. Order your thick stems. Hurry, hurry,
Yeah.
hurry before they're gone.
Yeah, before they're
Yeah,
all gone.
we're going to try really hard not to run out of stock
Yeah.
for you, because we do want to, keep them all in stock. And I think that's it for now. So we'll see you all next month
Yeah. See you in
And-
October.
in October. Maybe it'll be snowing by then. Who knows?
I hope not.
Just no more smoke. That's
Yeah.
all.
No more smoke.
All right. Bye, you guys.
All right. Bye.